It is quite clear that a business-focused approach to SDGs can and does pay rich dividends. Combining purpose with profit can generate a unique competitive advantage to meet the expectations of consumers, investors, and employees. Achieving gender equality in particular has huge implications for businesses. It was estimated that achieving the single goal of gender equality could contribute up to $28 trillion to global GDP by 2025.
Business is quite simply the engine that will get us to 2030 and beyond, with resources and capacities that far exceed the international community, even public budgets. So in this decade of action, in this remaining second half, the United Nations is prioritizing partnerships with business for sustainability, both internationally and locally, as never before.
As the world is really interconnected, business is interconnected globally, so it is really important that also standards are like global standards and to really create a level playing field.
Workers are not products that you can replace. Workers have human beings, they are dignity, and I think that is very crucial.
Businesses, irrespective of their size, structure, or sector, have a bearing on many SDGs. Over the last decade and a half, the discourse globally on corporate responsibility and sustainability has evolved at a very fast pace.
Today's event was both big picture, but also it got into the details. We dog-dived into the details to understand what's necessary going forward.
What would you say to an SME, an owner of an SME who says, I cannot be both profitable and sustainable at the same time?
You have to, as a leader, just start knowing and investing your time and learning so much more about sustainability, particularly as we come to the more difficult trade-offs and decisions that require bringing a different financial evaluation and different time horizon of consideration for decisions. Those are very senior management decisions, leadership decisions actually.
We need to be clear on how we can push through the SMEs to be part also of the supply chain of the big businesses, and thus can understand and how to incorporate SDG into their business models as well.
The way we look at it is that we drive our due diligence model first from awareness about the different standards that are expected from our suppliers. We embed it in our evaluation with our suppliers, both in terms of onboarding new suppliers as well as evaluating the ongoing performance of the supplier. And finally, capacity building.
Occasions like today create an opportunity for us to engage in meaningful dialogue, mobilize the industry, and create impactful partnerships.
I hope that our responsible business strategies will inspire more businesses to champion sustainably through corporate action.
We see UNDP a bit of as a facilitator, working with different actors, obviously supporting the government in establishing the policies and the framework, working with the private sector in awareness raising of what their role could be for sustainable business actions.
And I think events like this will ensure that the consciousness, both amongst individual stakeholders, government, civil society, and businesses will begin to not only reinforce that thinking, but take it forward.